but Mattias Samuelsson. Before I go on my long tirade, Walt, what are your thoughts not only about him just, today's game or whatever, he dumped some guy in front of the net, but in general? I mean, this entire season, it's been really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking on this podcast about, how Samuelson really doesn't have an identity like this entire
Yeah.
offseason, even last season too. But it seems like this season, it seems like he's carving out that identity. And like, sure, he is playing a little bit more physical too, but he's also just playing like a very like smart and simple game as well.
Mhm.
I mean, even just today's game against the Hurricanes, I kind of noticed how like if the puck gets into a dangerous area in front, he'll make like a quick just like pass against the boards or a quick pass to a teammate to get it out of there. He's just not trying to do too much. He doesn't
Mhm.
look, overwhelmed there. So I think that alone is just like the confidence in his game is much different this year. And then, just going back to that physicality part too, I thought this game against Carolina as another example with Jackson Blake in front of the net just absolutely destroys him
Yeah.
on that play. So that was pretty cool to see. And yeah, he's just playing great hockey. And it's, extremely unexpected, I'd say. Like he was not a guy ahead of my radar for, playing like this season, but it's
Mhm.
definitely a welcome surprise.
Absolutely. I think it's something that we were definitely concerned about. I was someone saying we need to buy this guy out. One for like the
Yeah.
money portion of things because it was a third instead of 2/3 of a contract. But I mean, just with the play that was being produced by him, unfortunately, again, we're talking negatively, but this is in the past, luckily. Um, and just the injury history, and especially after the Thompson situation, especially after what Thompson said this summer about how he wasn't exactly
Yeah.
thrilled that no one had the guy. It's just that culmination was like, look, like you can't have this guy around anymore. Well, boy, was I wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong because he's playing fantastic. And I understand, like, it is only 20 games, fine, fair enough. But if you can get this kind of player out of him going forward, I mean, absolutely, I will eat my words about buying him out
Yeah.
every single game because he's playing very well. Like you said, very simple. He doesn't look lost out there. Looks like he has just a little bit more speed. He's not like a burner by any means. Never has been, never will be. But looks like he's just a little bit better on his skates. I mean, look, Jackson Blake, not the biggest customer, but if you're dumping guys in front of the net like that, getting the crowd going, that's good too. They obviously love him behind closed doors because he still has the A on his chest. And I would definitely say, based off of this season's results, definitely deserves it as well. So I think that's a little bit of a teaching moment for me to be, look, if he's really not playing well, try to take it with a grain of salt because who knows? There's another side of these players, and Mattias Samuelsson is a very good example of that. I couldn't be happier for him. I will gladly sign that little apology form. I'm sure it's been
Yeah.
floating around there somewhere. I will gladly sign that because that means the guy's playing well. And it not only is he playing well, that means the team's hopefully playing well around him, and it seems to be the case. So I'm really excited to kind of see how this keeps going. Again, it's still a relatively small sample size, but we're about a quarter of the way through the season. We're pushing Thanksgiving. I think you can say he's having a pretty good season so far, and I'm
Yeah, and
really
the
excited
stuff
for him.
he's doing, it's like repeatable stuff too. Like I just saw a few of the plays he made this last game against Carolina. Like this is stuff you could do like every single game. Like it's not like he's someone who's hot. I mean, I'm sure he has a lot of goals, but it's not like
Yeah,
he's like a winger that's like shooting from the point and somehow scored like 7 of his last 12 shots. Like
empty
the
net.
good
That's
parts
right.
of his game are repeatable.
And they have been. You've been seeing him making consistently good plays. It's not like he has a good game here and then a really crappy one here and then like an all right one here and then another bad one. Then he has a good. No, he's staying pretty consistent in that sense too. So I I don't really have anything else to say except keep going, and I couldn't be happier for him. Being one of his biggest critics, I mean, I think that goes to show how well he's playing. So I got to give credit where credit is due. I know it might be easier for people to flip on him if he has a bad game or two or makes some mistakes, but I think the sample size is pretty good and shows a good trajectory for the rest of the season.